Excelsior! So I'm going to read Superman versus Muhammad Ali. This is a very iconic comic. It was published in April of 1978. And this cover has a lot of people on it, like real life people. And there's fictional characters like Batman. And there's a guide that says who is who. So there's like the Jackson 5 are up here. There's Jimmy Carter, who recently passed away. Sadly, he passed away recently. He's 100 years old. And I think that's Sonny Bono. I think that's supposed to be Sonny, but I'm not really sure. But I'll just for a minute I'll pause on the cover so you guys can go back and like see, because I'm not gonna point out each individual character. It would take way too long. But I'm just gonna pause for a minute and just see. So they just list. Now this is the guy where all the numbers are to. So just wait a minute, and then here's where all the characters are. So you can just pause, and you can scroll back and just see where the numbers correlate to each person or character. So Superman versus Muhammad Ali. The fight to save Earth. From Star Warriors. Script based on an original story by Denny O'Neil. Adapted by Neil Adams. Penciler Neil Adams. Code. A means showbiz personalities. B is celebrities. B1 politics. B2 sports. B3 literature and the arts. C DC staffers. D. Warner Communications Executives. E. Neil Adams Continuity Associates. F. Muhammad Ali Cornerman. G. Editors/writers/artists. H. DC characters. Inkers Dick Giordano and Terry Austin. Letterer Gaspar Saladino. Colorist Corey Adams. And editor Julius Schwartz. Appearing on the cover are Bernie Wrightson, Boston Deadman Brand, Wallace Wood, Ed Davis, Flo Steinberg, Gil Kane, Tex Blaisdell, the Jackson 5, Sergio Aragones, Howard Chaykin, Archie Goodwin, Walt Simonson, Alan Weiss, Rack Shade, Sol Heimelman, Cesar Kimmel, Joseph P. Grant, Burt Wasserman, Byron Priest, Miss Mystic, Frank Herrera, Albert Sarnoff, Dick Giordano, Joel Adams, Neil Adams, Jason Adams, Christine Adams, Zia Adams, Joe Orlando, Arthur Goodowitz, Alan Milgrom, Jay Emmett, David Horowitz, Stephen J. Ross, Noel Neal, Kirk Allen, who they played Superman in the 1940s, Joe Shuster, Jerry Siegel, Emmanuel Gerard, William Sarnoff, Kenneth S. Rosen, Ron Polillo, Robert Hages, Jack Larson, played Jimmy Olsen, Joe Namath, William Conrad, Pele, Andy Warhol, Cher, Donny Osmond, Marie Osmond, Joe Kubert, Tony Orlando. Actually, is that... No, I think that's Sonny Bono. Yeah, that wasn't Tony Orlando. Kurt Vonnegut Jr., Jill Kremenitz, Wolfman Jack, Frank Sinatra, Jeanette Kahn, Ron Howard, Gerald R. Ford, Charles Lomax, Herbert Muhammad, Bundini Brown, Angelo Dundee, Red Ryan, Ace Morgan, Professor Haley, Rocky Davis. So I think that's the Challengers of the Unknown superhero group. Plastic Man, Mary Marvel Batson, Freddy Captain Marvel Freeman, Doc Magnus and the Metal Men, Bob LaRose, Bob Layton, Billy Captain Marvel Batson, John Johns, Martian Manhunter, Julius Schwartz, Denny O'Neil, Carol Fine, Dan Goldstein, Morris Waldinger, Carter Hawkman Hall, Sierra Hawkgirl Hall, Paul Kupperberg, Anthony Tollin, Milton Snappin, Carol Ferris, Hal Green Lantern Jordan, Oliver Green Arrow Queen, Ray Adam Palmer, Alfred Batman's Butler Pennyworth, Arthur Aquaman Curry, Morgan Edge, Dick Robin Grayson, Dinah Black Canary Lance, Perry White, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, Barry Flash Allen, Iris Allen, Roy Speedy Harper, Aqualad, Wally Kid Flash West, Betty Ford, who's the wife of President Gerald Ford, Jack Adler, Jim Bouton, Lillian Mandel, Steve Mitchell, Vince Coletta, Paul Levitz, John Workman, Donna Wonder Girl Troy, Paul Kirchner, Jack C. Harris, Murray Boltonoff, Sol Harrison, Bob Rozikis, Mrs. Sol Harrison, Midge Bregman, William M. Mad Gaines, Raquel Welch, Vincent Alcazar, Wayne Rogers, Joe Letteries, Alfred E. Newman from Mad, Don King, Lex Luthor, Barbara Batgirl Gordon, Steve Trevor, Dinah Wonder Woman Prince, Pat Rooney, Pat Bastine, Ralph Reese, Larry Hama, Trevor Von Eden, Mark Alexander, Joe DeEsposito, Jack Abel, Joe Rubenstein, Joe Barney, Marshall Rogers, Bob Wishiak, John Fuller, Liberace, Frida Sacco, Bruce Patterson, Frank Sirocco, Carrie Burkett, Bill Morse, E. Nelson Bridwell, Shelley Eber, Bob McElroy, Mike Nasser, Joe Brazowski, Carl Potts, Terry Austin, Carrie Bates, Tom Siaka, Johnny Carson, Christopher Reeve, Greg Theakston, Lucille Ball, Rick Bryant, The Batman, Sonny Bono, Jimmy Carter, Rosalind Carter, who's Jimmy Carter's wife, and Mike Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. In the blue corner, wearing white trunks from Louisville, Kentucky, a true genius of the ring and champion of the people, Muhammad Ali. And in the red corner, wearing cape and blue tights, from the planet Krypton, Kal-El, fighting as Superman, also champion of the people. These battlers to meet in a scheduled 15 rounds of heavyweight boxing. The prize? A world, a green-blue pearl gleaming across the immense blackness of the universe, teeming with life. Training. It is a steamy August afternoon in downtown Metropolis, and this inner-city ghetto is being invaded by reporters Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen, a trio as out of place as they look. I still think we're on a wild goose chase.
Are you sure he's somewhere near here, Jimmy? That's what my source said.
Until... Haven't you two had enough?
Nope. Keep on trekking, old dauntless newshound. Clark, you'd prefer to do all your reporting from an air-conditioned office. As for you, Mr. Olsen, if this turns out the way your last two tips turned out, you'll just face Morgan Edge by yourself.
Let me know in the comments if you think my Muhammad Ali impression is any good. I've been watching interviews with him talking, so I've been practicing trying to do his voice.
But if I were him, and my three best reporters were hoofing it all over the city, on the slim chance of a merely decent story, well, I'd have a fit.
Come on, Lois, don't...
Hey, look! Pay dirt! There he is!
And indeed, there he is. a tall, graceful man, obviously a natural athlete, moving among the neighborhood youth with casual ease.
You shoot baskets as good as you punch, champ.
Nah, in the ring, I'm the greatest. In a schoolyard, I'm merely terrific.
Muhammad Ali, I'm Lois Lane, and these are my colleagues, Clark Kent and Jimmy Olsen. Where?
Let me guess. You're from station WGBS, and you want an exclusive interview, right? Seeing as how you're prettier than Castle, ask away.
Oh, great. The sports story of the year, and I forgot to load my camera. I'm all out of film.
As Jimmy fumbles in his pocket, there is a burst of brilliance, dazzling as the heart of a sun, and the air is filled with the penetrating smell of ozone. Moments later, as the brilliance dims and the pained retinas of the onlookers are finally able to function,
An alien! Have we got a scoop? Sir, speak into the microphone, please. Will you tell our audience?
Step aside! Step aside! Step aside, I said, whimpering female.
I don't know where you come from, but where I come from, we don't treat folks like that. You owe the lady an apology.
Phew! Silence! You will speak when spoken to.
Oh my. You are in trouble. Excuse me. I'll summon the proper authorities. You do that, Kent. I'll watch this Trekkie and see if he lacks some more.
then, in a nearby alley, Lois will think I've gone to hide, and nobody else will even notice I'm missing. Not with Ali and an alien mixing it out in front. So it should be safe to change. And, as they say, this looks like a job for Superman. That alien would never have come on so arrogantly, unless he had someone or something to back him up. Before I do anything rash, I better see if he brought along some of his friends. Whoa! Friends! It's an armada! There are hundreds of them, grim as gravestones. And the way I see it, they don't look like they're here to offer us a peace treaty. No, definitely not a peace treaty.
It is well you struck me. Your obvious savagery makes my task all the more pleasurable.
You some kind of pain freak? 'Cause if you are, just push the lady again and I'll be happy to whoop you.
Measure your words, Earthman. I am of the scrub. We pride ourselves on our warriors' valor and abilities, and we admire them in others, even when they are turned against us. The fierceness of you Earthmen has not escaped our notice, nor has your potential for destruction. On our home world, we know you to be the galaxy's most warlike and savage people, as we are in our galaxy. And this, too, we know. Of Earth's warriors, you, Muhammad Ali, are one of the best. We propose a test. We would pit our champion against your greatest, according to your rules.
I pick my own matches, and I'm not interested, sucker.
Perhaps you will be, when I tell you that 100 warships are orbiting your planet.
That's true. And I want to know why.
Superman. Happy you could join us.
You won't be for long, unless you explain.
It's quite simple. It disturbs us that your warlike nature may one day prove a threat to our empire. We intend to prove ourselves your superior by showing our standard-bearer is the greatest.
Whoa, right there, Dogface. I am the greatest. Man, they rank me with Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, Ezra Charles, Archie Moore, Rocky Marciano, Gene Tunney, Jack Dempsey. I ain't agreeing to fight, but if I did, I'd whoop your man. I'd stomp him.
Hold it. If anyone should mix these extraterrestrial clowns, it should be me. You may be the best human scrapper, but I'm superhuman.
Right, but that's exactly why you shouldn't. They're talking about an Earthman, and you were born on Krypton.
Come on, I'm a naturalized Earthman. I've been granted citizenship in every nation in the UN.
Hey, why are we arguing? He's the bad guy.
That's right. Listen, Buster. Your word isn't exactly law. Why should we listen to you?
I will give you a reason. As punishment for daring to lay hands on me, I have ordered one of your cities eradicated.
Might as well put away that toy microphone. Superman's calling your bluff.
We scrub do not bluff, as we will demonstrate.
So he meant it. No problem. I've handled giant missiles before. I'll just station myself in their path and... Great Krypton! They're passing through me! They're plasma. Electrically charged gas. My mass isn't great enough to stop them. But St. Louis is. And that's where they're heading. I've split seconds to stop Missouri's largest city from becoming a smoking crater.
Vroom! Must turn on the speed. Faster! 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 Now!
At super speed, the Man of Tomorrow creates a mammoth vortex. My tunnel has enough mass to act as a trough and change the direction of the missiles.
If I could just hold them up for an instant more.
And in a nanosecond, the deadly shimmering objects are deposited in the Atlantic Ocean.
The stunt worked. Hopefully, with a minimum loss of... My God!
Being unable to pull the bombs into space causes more than the destruction of sea life. It causes...
a gigantic tidal wave! Heading straight for Bermuda! It'll drown those islands, and everyone on them! It's too big to break up fast enough. Somehow, I'll have to create a force even greater than that of the wave. One possibility.
In a senses-shattering sonic blast, the Man of Steel's fists crash together like thunderheads. A funnel of sound meets the wall of water, causing it to lose momentum for just an instant. Long enough, however, for deprived of its forward speed, the wave collapses, and the threat becomes a ripple of calm.
Fleet commanders, you observed? This Superman is not only dangerous and resourceful, but cunning. Imagine his kind as they step out into intergalactic space. Imagine that destructive capacity multiplied 1 billion-fold. Imagine a society that thrives on individual initiative and not on group initiative. Intergalactic chaos. incredibly powerful individuals unleashed upon the galaxy. Random destruction. They are potential disease, a festering pustule waiting to burst and discharge poison throughout our orderly empire. They must be brought under control. Our precise and orderly peace must win out over these creatures and their unwillingness to conform. They must conform for the safety of all. Conform or face destruction.
And as though on cue, 2 previously launched plasma missiles dip and hurtle downward toward an uninhabited island in the Pacific, half a world away from Superman. Slender, deadly needles touch. The island heaves slightly, like an old walrus, unwilling to move, then spews itself completely toward the sky. Even Superman is momentarily startled as he rushes forward, the tiniest fraction of a second too late.
Does this adequately convince you of the futility of arguing with us? If not, we have 1,000 such missiles poised above us. Perhaps you would like to attempt to stop them all.
All right. What ransom do you want in return for the safety of the Earth? You slime.
The ransom, as you'd call it, may be paid by agreeing to a contest.
Yes, a contest between your champion and ours. But which shall it be? Ali or myself?
But that question the scrub refuses to answer, till he and Superman half-circle the globe once again, and touch down in Metropolis, where waits a very impatient Muhammad Ali.
Ali, I better explain. We just heard about the island your boys hit. Let's cut the talk and get down to business.
Gladly. We demand a staged fight. Either Superman or you against our champion.
I'm willing. Wait a second. I'm the logical choice. Tell you what, we'll decide this the reasonable way, with our fists. You want to box? Me? Box you? No, man, I'm not gonna box you. I'm gonna whoop you, but not too bad. Face it, you won't whoop me. Period. You may be the greatest heavyweight who ever lived, but I'm Superman. I can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in my bare hands, and that's just for openers.
Ah, but suppose we nullify your superpowers. Suppose I arrange for you and Muhammad Ali to be equals.
And suppose a pig could fly. Listen, why don't you butt out and let us...
Silence! You will meet in combat in 24 of your hours at a place of our choosing. Should you refuse, your planet and all its inhabitants will be reduced to a smoldering pile of radioactive dust. And that is final.
For the onlookers who have gathered, this has suddenly become more than a street incident.
What did he say? He said he's gonna destroy us.
Good Lord!
Did I hear right? Someone better call the president. What's he gonna do?
I leave you now. I trust we shall meet again in 24 hours.
We better get a move on too, Ellie. Right.
Hey, hold it, you guys. Let me get a shot. This is a historic moment.
Sorry, Jimmy. We don't have time to wait for you to reload your camera.
They're gone. Suddenly I feel like the kid who wasn't picked for the team. Me too, Jim. I guess we'll just have to have faith. And get on with our own job, which right now is to tell the world this terrible news.
Soon.
As negotiating teams stand by helplessly, top-level meetings behind closed doors are being held in every capital in a world, poised on the brink of possible annihilation. In the meantime, Superman and Muhammad Ali have vanished. This is the last video picture we have of them. We can only hope they're working toward a solution, wherever they are.
Where they are is the Arctic, huh? Yes, my little mountain retreat. I'll set you down and get the key. It's a bit too large to hide under the doormat. Well, hurry up and unlock it. This place is colder than the judge's smile. Woo-wee! The Smithsonian's got nothing on you, brother. You been to a garage sale lately? I felt I needed a hobby. I just couldn't get interested in collecting bottle caps. I don't mean to get heavy, but let's skip the grand tour. We got work to do. First off, I gotta teach you the sweet science. And for that, we need a ring. That's no problem. Take a deep breath, and before you can exhale, you'll have it. Fast, but not fast enough. You got a lot to learn, in practically no time. This is no ordinary ring. I've constructed it around a Kryptonian continuum disruptor. Step inside, and you're transported to the fringe of creation, where time crawls. A minute here is equal to about an hour. So the 24 hours the scrub are allowing us gives us about 2 months. Another thing, this globe is a fragment of a red sun, the kind of sun the scrubs come from. Which means, tap me, and you'll see that beneath a red sun, I lose my super... Hey, sorry, I didn't pull it. Forget it. Forget it. Let's start the lesson. I'll just sit here for a while. Okay, first a jab. A jab is a question. Hey, you there? You got anything to show me? A hook begins as a question and ends as a statement. If the statement is strong, he'll be staring at the ceiling. A right cross is an argument. You're arguing that he ought to go to sleep. Course, you gotta be convincing. An uppercut is a clean statement. Comes out of nowhere, and when it connects, the statement ends in an exclamation point. There's an old saying, kill the body and the head dies. True, but a lot of my knockout blows were to the head. I nailed them when they weren't expecting it, when I was moving away. And their brains couldn't get ready. Remember, I said maybe you want to be hit. That's my rope-a-dope tactic that I invented for Foreman and Zaire. And in the 8th, I gave him a right that put him down. I confess, I never realized there was so much to ringmanship. It's more than adding fist to face. Lots more. It's the sweet science, and I am the professor. You truly are. Okay, before I stop blushing, let's get down to the nitty and gritty. As Superman and Muhammad Ali prepare for their impending fight, not all the nations of Earth are willing to sit back and wait patiently. One nation in particular has just run out of patience.
We have the Premier's orders.
Missile fire! Commence!
From underground silos, fingers of death reach into the sky, stretching outward to brush invaders into oblivion. The missiles climb. Climb, 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 and are stopped. Almost casually, the scrub project a force field, destroying the missiles. And, almost immediately afterwards,
Mr. President, it's the aliens!
Audacious Earth slugs! You have the temerity to hurl your puny weapons against our Imperial fleet? As Emperor of the Scrub, I now say this. You know our terms. If you once again attempt to attack us, I, Ratla, Emperor of the Scrub, will order an attack. Full scale!
Get me our UN representative right away.
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
within seconds, high-level conferences increase to a fever pitch, and the UN Assembly takes up a top priority question: how to save the Earth. While in Chicago, at the home of a very intense but quiet man, Herbert Muhammad, what do you think has happened to your fighter? Have you heard from him or Superman?
No, I haven't heard from either of them. But I will tell you this. If the fate of our planet is at stake, I can't think of anyone I'd rather put my faith in than those two great men.
And in the Scrub Command ship,
This is the end of our subdimensional transmitter report, Emperor. Duplicity again! The Earth scum are attempting to fool us! They take advantage of our generosity by dimensionally time-stretching the 24-hour deadline. Well, this will not go on. No more will we allow these barbarians to trample upon our honor. Retrieve them!
Elsewhere,
Good. I haven't laid a glove on you in 2 rounds. If... Who or what is that? Them. I don't know. I thought they were your friends.
YR2, YR3, and I have been sent by the unconquerable Scrub to bring you back.
Hold it! We have more time. Much more.
No more time, no more time. Return now. Return now. Or we will take you by force. Warning. This is an ultimatum.
I don't know what this is all about, but I have to get rid of that red sun particle. Can you think of something to divert those kitty toys for a few seconds? Consider them diverted. Hey! Over here, you clanking heap of nut guts!
Stop, human.
Yo!
instantly, Superman snaps shut the lead-lined box, halting the red sun radiation, and as instantly, his super strength returns. So quickly, indeed, that merely clenching his fists causes his boxing gloves to explode from his hands.
That's it. Make a grab for me so I can do this.
Humans, cease resistance.
It's futile. Click, click, click. This changes nothing. You must.
Come a bit closer, Clanks. We'll see just what has changed.
Click whatever you do to this mechanism will not alter the fact that your world will be annihilated unless you return to your dimension and surrender yourselves to the scrub warships.
Not a word passes between Superman and Ali, as each decides that no threat to Earth can be ignored. Back through dimensional barriers, the heroes hurtle, then up into space.
Ooh-wee! Them some digs. Looks like a cross between Lost in Space, Star Wars, and a pregnant blender.
Rattlar bids you welcome.
Save it, you phony. Why were we summoned before our 24-hour deadline was up?
By our calculations, you had more than 2 weeks in the Nth dimension in which to train. Therefore, it is you who ignored the deadline.
I'm sure it's a waste of time to argue with you. Tell me, have you figured out a way to make Ali and me even?
I had it figured from the beginning. Insolent Kryptonian. The event will occur on my home planet, Bodace, which circles a red sun.
Uh-oh. You in trouble.
Are you?
I'm sure it's a waste of time to argue with you. Tell me, have you figured out a way to make Ali and me even?
I had it figured from the beginning. Insolent Kryptonian. The event will occur on my home planet, Bodace, which circles a red sun.
Uh-oh. You in trouble.
Suddenly,
Ah, yes, Superman and Ali. Meet our champion, the one you must face in combat very soon. His name, like his battle cry, is Hanya. Hanya was born in a laboratory. He was molded by our scientists to be the perfect warrior. Hanya has the toughest skin of any humanoid in the universe. Show them, Hanya!
You impressed, Soups?
by what, Ali?
Insolence! 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 You will pay. I promise you. You will be humiliated in front of your whole galaxy. This very night, we will begin a massive space lift to bring representatives from every intelligent race to Bodace. In addition, we shall arrange an interstellar television network to carry the fight to the far corners of the universe.
You as bored as I am, Soups?
Couldn't be more so.
Very well. The adjutant will show you to your quarters.
I think he's cute.
Insolence!
The honcho really blew his cool.
Did you do that to him intentionally?
Sure. Sometimes a fight is half won before you put on the gloves. The trick is to rattle your opponent. Make him too mad to use his smarts.
Sounds good, but it may not be enough.
What do you mean?
I know the odds are bad with that Hunya, but it would be bad enough if that were our real problem. But it's not. My superpowers have uncovered a danger I can't even calculate. We're going to have to put our heads together and work out a plan. And While they do, the Scrub are going ahead with their plan to humiliate the Earth on an intergalactic level. Bodace, goal of the most massive migrations in the history of the universe. Intelligent beings from 1,000 worlds hurtle through star-studded space to watch two humans battle to save their own planet. And what draws these beings to this primitive and savage display? Some simply come to view the potential threat of alien cultures. Others come for the pure intellectual curiosity of it all. Most come for the sheer entertainment of it, to watch strange creatures from other planets bludgeon each other into submission, like gladiators of a bygone era, so that they, the audience, can feel superior, or inferior, or excited, or feel emotions so completely alien that we could never understand them. Some, a minority, feel emotions that we can all too easily understand. So that's Adam Strange and Alana from the 1950s DC Comics.
This was a surprise, Lois. The Scrub letting me, an Earthman, do the interplanetary broadcast. They're letting an Earthman do the broadcast to add to our humiliation if we lose, Jimmy. Oh, look, Jimmy, I'm sorry. I realize this is the opportunity of a lifetime for a newshawk. I just wish the opportunity weren't occurring beneath a red sun. Maybe it's the heat that gives the Scrub their nasty dispositions. Old space proverb. Too much red sun makes Scrub whack a ding hoy.
Later, as Jimmy and Lois are seated at ringside.
Nervous, Jimmy? No. Somehow the fact that, in seconds, I'll be facing the largest audience ever doesn't mean a thing, compared to the fact that the fate of all Earth will be affected by what happens here today.
Mr. Olson, you are on the other. 3, 2, 1, now!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And, things. This is Jimmy Olsen coming to you from Bodace Stadium.
Preliminary.
It is hot. It is humid. It is steamy. It is 104 in the shade.
Cool.
It is a terrible afternoon for boxing. Yet that is what is happening here today. As Earth's two greatest champions, Muhammad Ali and Superman, battle for the right to meet Hunya in a fight that will decide the championship of the universe. And incidentally, for those of you who are keeping score, the fate of a planet we call Earth. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. There's a commotion going on at the rear of the stadium. We'll try to get a camera over there for you. And it's Superman entering the stadium with his last-minute trainers. O.J. White of the United States Olympic team. And Perry White.
Great Caesar's ghost. Doesn't Jimmy know I was a Golden Gloves finalist?
On the far side of the stadium, a cheer is going up. And there he is, the boxing champ of Earth, Muhammad Ali. And with him, Angelo Dundee, his trainer, his manager, Herbert Muhammad, and finally, his cornerman, Bundini Brown. As a poet, Bundini Brown is second only to Ali himself. Let's see if we can get him to say a few words.
There are no words to how we feel, so we're gonna fight and never squeal. But mark my words, and mark them well. Both champs will knock the lousy scrubs too. Well, you know where.
The contenders move to the center of the ring to receive instructions from the referee.
Skeet! Gentlemen, you both know the skeet rules. I want a clean fight. Skeet! When I say break, skeet! You break. Got it. Skeet! Good. Return. Skeet! To your corners. Come out fighting. Skeet! When you hear the bell, I trust that there are no hard feelings left over after our last encounter.
Boom.
And there it is, the bell for round one. Both fighters advance to the center of the ring. The very air, ladies and gentlemen, crackles with excitement. Ali and Superman circle each other like mirror images of each other, each looking for an opening. For those of you who are wondering why Superman agreed to fight with his costume on, it's because many of our alien spectators wouldn't be able to tell the fighters apart. Except for subtle changes in hue, all humans look exactly alike to them. Ali throws a right jab, which Superman easily avoids. Ali is the aggressor now, as Superman dances backwards. Hold it! In a typical Ali move, Superman snaps a hard right jab as he backpedals. He follows up with, no! It's a clean miss as Ali backs up. And now, it's back and forth as the fighters trade blow for blow.
Boom.
And, as the bell ends round one, this announcer must make an observation. Incredible! As it seems, Superman has copied Ali's fighting style to a T. How strange it must be for Ali to be fighting, himself.
Boom.
Round two. This time Superman springs to the offensive. Ali seems a bit surprised by Superman's attack. Ow! Ladies and gentlemen, Superman was moving forward when Ali drove a jarring right cross through his guard. Superman is stunned, and Ali tags him again with a solid left jab. This could be it, as Ali continues to connect. Wow! A hard right to the midsection. Oh! An incredible right cross distorts Superman's face, which is now swollen in several places. Superman is suddenly showing signs of life as he lashes out with a right and misses. Oh! You heard that moan from the audience, folks, as Superman walked into Ali's dynamite right. It looked like Superman's head would snap off. Somehow, Superman still keeps standing as Ali rains blow after punishing blow on him. His face is a battered pulp.
Fall down! Fall down! Fall down!
It's obvious now that Ali is trying to finish him. Hold it! There's a chant beginning in the audience. What are they?
Fall down! Fall down!
Fall down! Fall down! That's it! The audience wants Superman to fall down!
Fall down! Fall down!
Oh! Another smashing left! Followed by a long driving right cross. Superman is out on his feet. The chant is picking up.
Fall down! Fall down! Fall down!
Why doesn't Superman fall down? This is no longer a boxing match. It's a beating. Superman's face! It's a disaster area! Blood is flowing freely!
Fall down! Fall down! Fall down!
Blow after blow is being struck, but Superman refuses to fall down. Some inner force is making him stay on his feet.
Fall down! Fall down!
But the fate of Earth now rests on Ali's ability to knock out Superman. Nothing short of a clean knockout will satisfy the rules of this fight.
Oh my God! Jimmy! They gotta stop the fight! Superman's going to be killed! The man I love is being slaughtered! Right before my eyes! Stop it, somebody! Stop it!
Fall down! Fall down! Fall down!
Another crushing left. The fight cannot be stopped, and Superman will not be knocked down. Yet he must be knocked down.
Fall down! Fall down!
To save the Earth, Ali must KO.
Fall down! Fall down! Fall down!
Wait a minute! He's walked away! Ladies and gentlemen, Muhammad Ali has walked away from Superman! He is refusing to continue!
Oh, thank you.
Pandemonium has broken loose! The crowd's gone wild! They're shouting for a decision. The ref moves toward Ali and raises his... That's it, folks! Ali has been declared winner!
Jimmy's announcement filters through the mists of Superman's clouded mind and brings with it welcome oblivion. And as helpful alien hands reach for Superman's limp form,
Hands off! Take your slimy hands off that man. We'll take care of our own. You come to our planet, shove us around, make us dance to your music? Well, don't give us a hand now. You haven't earned the right. If one of you so much as touches him, I'll punch you out. Stand aside!
and that's the end of part 1. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know in the comments, and I'll tell you when I can do the request. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.